Welcome to the Rotomouth Bulletin, where we talk rapidly about automotive news because of budget constraints, and hopefully it will take away the focus from my patchy beard. Let's start with a story that has set the automotive world ablaze. Now, Reuters recently reported that VW Group was looking to offload group company Ducati. Yes, VW Group also owns Ducati. You'll be surprised at what else they own. Google it. Are you sure we're shooting the right script? ये वापस हो रहा है? This is not the first time we've heard about this story, and it refuses to go away. About a month ago, we heard some rumors through a very nebulous story in a newspaper quoting a Ducati official that the company could partner with an Indian manufacturer to build bikes in India. At the time, the names thrown about were Hero MotoCorp and Royal Enfield. But could that actually happen? Let me paint a picture for you. Priyanka Chopra is crossing the road, her bodyguards are not paying attention, and there's a speeding truck heading her way. You leap into action, push her out of the way, risking your life, saving hers. Once she recovers from the shock, she looks into your eyes and there's an instant electric connection. You date for a while, quickly get married, and eventually adopt kids from various continents. You mutually decide that you're going to be the stay-at-home parent while she shoots for Quantico.
We had sex in your car 6 hours ago.
Didn't think you'd want everyone to know that.
This also could happen. Fast forward to recent times, and the same sources are now claiming that Royal Enfield may want to buy Ducati. Why? Let's break it down. VW bought Ducati through Audi in 2012. They paid about 6,000 crore at the time. Current valuation is about 10,500 crore. Now, VW has had some problems with their diesel engines globally, so they've set aside 11.5 lakh crore towards expenses and fines. Now, the report says that they may want to sell some assets to offset this amount. The sale of Ducati by these numbers would make them a profit of 4,500 crores, a drop in the ocean. Now, when we asked Siddharth Lal, the boss of Royal Enfield, about the earlier rumors, he simply said no comment on this. This time, he's been a little bit more verbose with the newspapers, saying essentially that we are happy in our space, we are the most profitable motorcycle manufacturer in the world, but never say never. But still, could it happen? Look, if somebody offered you a very expensive limited edition pair of sneakers for a dirt cheap price, you'd buy them, right? If Royal Enfield was offered Ducati at a killer price and it aligned with their goals, why wouldn't they buy them? If PC is bringing home the bacon from Quantico, why wouldn't you be the stay-at-home parent?
Why not?
So please enjoy the daydreams and memes of Bullet Panigale hybrids. Currently, there's no evidence to support the claim that Ducati Royal Enfield bhai hain. Siddharth, tu mera bhai hai.
तू मेरा भाई है
नहीं, tu mera bhai hai.
नहीं तू मेरा भाई है
Okay. When pressed further, both companies have declined to comment on this speculation. Now it's time to address the outrage of the week. The Renault Duster, a very popular mid-size SUV globally as well as in India, has received a 0-star rating in crash tests conducted by Global NCAP. Now, reactions to this news have ranged from snickering and sarcasm to how dare they sell substandard stuff to India and that sort of thing. Shant Munna, Shant. Let's break it down for you. Who is Global NCAP? Global NCAP is a UK-based company and registered charity that consults new car assessment programs, crash testing, across the world to improve public safety and are particularly focused on emerging markets where crash testing info might not be readily available to the public. They also consult with the UN on various related issues. This does not mean that Global NCAP is the MyBap authority on car safety, but they are a coordinating platform globally. Various countries have their own NCAPs and they share information with Global NCAP and coordinate with them, but that doesn't mean that what they mandate is equivalent across the globe. For example, cars in the USA generally drive faster on their road infrastructure and therefore they need to be better prepared for high-speed crashes. Bharat NCAP, which comes into effect in October 2017, may have different requirements. US highways often have a minimum speed limit of 70 to 80 km per hour, which is actually the maximum speed limit that you'd see on our roads. You see the difference. Global NCAP tested a base model Renault Duster with no airbags and crashed it at 64 km per hour. UN norms dictate 56 km per hour, whereas pre-existing Indian norms dictate 48 km per hour. The result? 0 stars. They also tested a version of the Duster with a driver's side airbag and gave that car 3 stars. But that doesn't make good headlines, does it? Look, science marches on, technology improves and we learn things that we didn't know before. Cocaine used to be prescribed as medicine in the 1800s. Renault has responded to this by saying that all their products meet or exceed existing norms and will comply with Bharat NCAP norms as well. The Duster and any other cars available for sale in India today have to conform to existing norms. Existing, abhi ka. So is it relevant to test an existing car against upcoming standards? Did you have engineering papers in your 10th standard exams? Brand new vehicles will have to comply starting this October, whereas existing vehicles have up to 2019 to comply with Bharat NCAP. To be perfectly fair to Global NCAP, their efforts have pushed our country and some car makers to adopt higher safety standards and in general take safety more seriously. So if you want a safe, highly rated car today, fork out the extra cash and buy something with airbags. or take the train till 2019 when all vehicles will have to be held to a higher safety standard. Of course, there's the argument that the same cars are rated higher in foreign markets. Yes, they are, because their regulatory authorities may have different requirements. So why do Indian manufacturers not give us those higher standards? Sahi hai boss, why don't you volunteer to pay higher taxes? Safety norms most often come about due to government regulation, and it is in the manufacturer's interest to have lower safety standards. They are always going to comply with the bare minimum set of standards because that's what's legal. Peda dega to khayega na. Ultimately, it boils down to what you as a customer are willing to pay for. If customers start demanding safer cars, the safety standards will have to follow. So if you want to outrage against the right entities. Don't blame the student because the exam paper was out of syllabus, and don't suspect her for cheating because it was too easy. Jan hit mein jari. And that's all we have for you this time. If you like this video, like, subscribe and share. If you really enjoyed it, we accept payment in Paytm, UPI, cash, check or dry fruits. If you have any news, rumors, tips or pet peeves to share with us, shout at us on email or on social media. But you know, actually, then I did the research. Part of that dialogue is in a movie which I'm sure even if you've seen, you have forgotten, called Prem Aggan. Fardeen Khan's first movie. It is a turd bomb, man.
हवस के कीचड़ में लिपटे हुए हैवान